tell me about your approach coming into this season. What I know you want to turn into another championship for you in the driver front. I know you guys are greedy. You want manufacturers, teams, and everything. How do you get that done year after year?
Well, you know, it's been a phenomenal run for the team. You know, the last 3 years we've won the teams and the drivers' championship. So that's amazing. And every meeting that we go into, we're sitting focusing on how we can execute, how we can deliver. You know, we're just focusing on session by session, day by day, event by event, and that's how we've been successful. And you know, we just wanted to continue with that. We know that the competition is unbelievably high. You know, manufacturers are coming with new cars and, you know, improvements and upgrades and developments. You know, our C7R is fantastic, but the old girl she's aging, but aging well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, you know, we're just working on that execution and making sure that we can stay professional and deliver each weekend.
So talking about execution might be the least sexy thing we can do, but that is truly, although it's not exciting talking about horsepower and top speed, that really is the differentiator between who wins a title and who doesn't in a class where the cars are so close.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it really comes down to. And, you know, the team picked up on that quite a long time ago, that we really needed to focus in on that. You know, our car has been maximized for a number of years, for a couple of years now, and you know, there are still some small improvements. We're working very hard with Michelin and Mobil 1 to keep those improvements coming. But you know, we have to make sure that we've got everything maximized, whether it's in the pit lane, whether it's with the driver front, whether it's the way that we're looking at the data, the way that we're going about fuel saving, the way that we're just making that whole package as strong as possible and improving the whole time, never ever resting on our laurels. And you know, yes, it could be very easy for us. You know, we've had those 3 championships in a row, and we go, yeah, we've got this figured out. Clearly, you cannot do that. Not in this championship and not in this class that we're racing in, the GTLM class.
Ollie, can you share some thoughts about a big change for IMSA this year, all WeatherTech championship classes being on Michelins, from the standpoint of you and GTLM and the other GTLM teams have been on Michelin rubber for years. Continental had been on all the other vehicles. Any feelings or differences in terms of grip and rubber, knowing that all cars are now putting down Michelin rubber?
Yeah, I think it's actually going to have quite a big outcome on how you go about your weekend. You know, I think you've really got to focus in on how the track will evolve. You know, those races that you go to where you pretty much know that it's going to be dry throughout the weekend, you can see day on day, session on session, you know, improvements. The track will rubber up, as they say. And so you need to be building into your car setup how that is going to work and how that track's going to evolve. So by the time you get to that last 30 minutes of the race, where's the track going to be? And you've got to be kind of predicting that somewhat. So I believe that that's going to be quite a big thing for this year. In the past number of years, when we've had the mix of Continental and Michelin rubber going down, certain racetracks and certain races, they've got very unusual sort of, particularly say Sebring, for instance, when the sun goes down and you think that the car and the tyre is going to perform in a certain way and it goes the other way, and you think, oh, well, that's a huge surprise for us. And you know, it's whoever can make that prediction who's going to be really sitting in the pound seats when it comes to the end of the race. So you've got to be looking at how that Michelin rubber is going to rubber up the track, how it's going to affect the outcome of the race in your car balance. So it's important.
Last question for you. So we know there have been no announcements for the vehicle that will succeed the C7R, but I do know it wouldn't be too strange for fans of this amazing vehicle, front engine vehicle, who might be looking at a little bit of a farewell tour mentality without knowing the date of when she might go away. What are your general thoughts, knowing that this car in particular has really been very important for you in your career?
Yeah, I mean, the C7R has been amazing, and you know, we've got this 2019 season coming up, and we are going to be giving it everything we've got. You know, yeah, and we don't know what's coming in the future. We don't know when this will be when it'll be its last race for this C7R. But you know, she has been a wonderful machine. And you know, all of the cars that I've driven through all of my career with Corvette Racing, you know, the C5R, the C6R, the C7R, they've all been evolutions and, you know, big steps forward, huge steps forward. And that's been fantastic. It's been great to see that. You know, Corvette Racing has done such an amazing job over the years at setting the bar and setting it really high. And every other team in this category has been pretty much following.
Getting ready for potentially your 4th generation of Corvettes. God, you don't look this old, Gavin. Good Lord, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother.